Welcome in to the new members and to the old members that have found their way back to the community. I need you just as much as you need me. In this morning's update, we're going to talk about very deeply the XRP price analysis, as XRP is floundering just south of the 50-cent marker, right on 50 cents. We'll look at the implications of where we're at in the pattern formation and where we're at just in this time in history. A very big warning for Uphold. So I don't know if they're having liquidity issues or what's going on, but I sent $700. I bought XRP, sent it via BitUnix over to Uphold so that I could withdraw it into my bank account. And I sent it last night about 14 hours ago, and it's still processing. So I created a ticket, and I'm going to try to get to the bottom of it, but just a heads up. Just the $700 I sent over by XRP by a BitUnix, and it's been processing for the last 14 hours, and settlement time's 30 seconds. So the settlement's already cleared, but yet it's still processing. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the Uphold, but if this continues, I won't even be able to use it as a withdrawal hub now, as there's a lot of serious issues and concerns I have with Uphold, and it's the reason why I took all $7,000 or $8,000 I had on there off. And now all of a sudden I send $700 and the processing is still going on, and it's via XRP. It should be instant settlement. And it's been in the account since about 6 o'clock last night. So going on 14 hours, and yet it's still processing. So I created a ticket with Uphold to try to see what the hell is going on. But I'm telling you right now, be very careful, especially if you have large sums in Uphold. There seems to be some kind of liquidity issue going on. And it's not the first time I've noticed it, but the fact that over $700 they're not allowing the processing to end is pretty telling. So I'm going to be very transparent with everybody, but I'd be very careful if you're on the Uphold platform right now. Something does not smell right. And the fact that they're not allowing my order to go through when I have the XRP sitting there, that already went through the transfer. And it shows on the blockchain that it's already been completed, yet it's still processing 14 hours later, which is ridiculous. So just be very careful. So we'll take a deeper look at XRP. We'll look at Bitcoin as it's up 1.41%. The continued deal on the XRP Bitcoin pairing as it's down to 801. Again, yesterday, or over the early AM hours, I was able to get it right around where it's at. It didn't change much. I was mad about the Uphold ticket, and when I woke up this morning, I did my XRP Bitcoin pairing, and I did not get it lower than yesterday. I got it at about 801, 802, and I added another $70 today. So we're right around $1,600 right now in XRP Bitcoin pairing, and the average is right around the 816, 815 level. So about 1.3% down right now. But again, able to get it for cheaper, and I'll continue to pour into it as I continue to accumulate the XRP Bitcoin pairing for future appreciation against Bitcoin. And then, yeah, we'll go into every little detail we need to. So with that being said, please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube recommends this update. It would be great for the community if you would hit that like button so that when someone's looking through their YouTube news feed, our content will pop up. YouTube influencers that are covering cryptocurrency or just cryptocurrency topics as a whole are being suppressed by YouTube. So it really is very important for you to be diligent and hit that like button so we can help get the word out. So I'm going to go through this update, then I got to take my son to school at 8:20. He starts at 8:30. So let's get through this in a very nice tempoed way. We're going to have 2 bits of reading what's in store for XRP as XRPL development activity picks up pace. And then we got to talk about this as well. Ripple bets on tokenization. XRP catalyst for a crypto revolution. So we'll read through that as well. So with that being said, let's get through the intro. Good morning. 7:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, May 15th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we can see with XRP, it's holding on to that 50 cents. It hasn't given it away yet. In the 4 hourly, a beautiful reversal candle has emerged here with 9 minutes to go. And I'm not just saying that. This is a beautiful reversal. The higher towards 503 we get, the better. This could be an engulfing candle to the top side in the 4 hourly to start the day. And if we did bounce off of this, and this is like a sneaky inverted right arm, we could find ourselves bouncing all the way back to that 53 cent layer to see how we react with not just the rising channel resistance, but this is basically the mid-tier point of this ascending formation. But you have to get past the mid-tier resistance, and then you could try to make some noise. But right now, we're going to watch to see if this plays true. As a long leg doji does emerge in the 4-hourly, that is signaling a possible short-term reversal. So we have to see exactly how this plays out. And in 9 minutes, we're going to get a lot of information, because right now it's a nice reversal candle right now. The closer to 503 we get, the better. But we'll see how this plays out in the next 9 minutes, as we'll still be doing this update in about 9 minutes. One of the big problems we have right now is the fact that we still maintain below this cup and handle. For anybody who knows, I put that yellow line. I told everybody if you were taking out a swing trade that you'd have to be willing to ride it down to that, because that essentially plays out to the neckline, and that's exactly what's boom, inverted right shoulder. So basically it's inverted left arm, inverted head, inverted right shoulder, and the theory is it would stay on the neckline at worst. And so far that's what happened. That's why I wrote that down for everybody, just so they could see the neckline. And that if you were going to buy that trade, you had to at least be willing to ride it down to like that 495 level. And it played out perfectly. And now we do have the potential here of a reversal. So we'll see if it does reverse. First area of resistance it's going to come up to on a reversal would be to retest that cup and handle resistance. Now that used to be support at 51.2 cents. And for anybody who's never seen this, this is that cup and handle formation. And we're looking for it to prove support here, and then bounce back up instead of being resisted and then have a rather lengthy fall. First fall would be to around 39 cents, and then if that doesn't hold, which is the all-time formation here, since we went to all-time highs in January of 2018, came back down to the uptrending support after a 27-month consolidation to find the support after hitting the all-time high resistance. And it took us 27 months to come down to just over 10 cents in March of 2020. And now we've been on that uptrend ever since. So if it breaks down, the likelihood is you'd come back down here and retest the uptrending support around 39.3 cents. And if you were to break up, in time you'd retest that downtrending resistance around 66 cents. And then if you break over that, we have a nice technical move to the top side. But that remains to be seen when and if that happens, as this consolidation can take you all the way out to December of this year if it plays true. So pay attention to that. And then from a weekly perspective, you can see the entirety of this formation from the arrow to the top left, way over here to where it hit all-time highs, and so on. So that's the formation we've been stuck in for some time. 80 months approximately right now we've been stuck in this consolidation. And the theory is that it could be putting a major W reversal in here as we're trying to gain some clarity with the resolution of the SCZ versus Ripple case. So it's going to be a pretty spectacular thing as we move forward. But we have to pay our due diligence in these high times of volatility so that we can find the appropriate places to be when the time is right. XRP market cap is up 44.287 million, up about 0.16% to 27.724 billion. Right now we're still not broken down this little ascending little ascending formation. One could argue a bull flag or a bear flag, maybe a small bull flag within it. So we're looking to see if XRP gives way, and if we do give way of 27.3 billion, the likelihood is we find our way all the way down at 22.5. If we rotate here and we go back to resistance for a third time as we've hit support 3 times, you go up to 31.2 billion. So there's quite the discrepancy here, whether you break down or push up. But only time will tell how this plays out. So pay attention to that when it comes to the XRP market cap. And now I want to do a little bit of reading before we get into Bitcoin. So first things, what's in store for XRP as XRPL development activity picks up pace? Retail holders are increasing XRP holdings, contradicting the actions taken by larger counterparts. So the increase in development activity had little to no effect on XRP's price. A good buying opportunity might have presented itself, on-chain data revealed. Development activity on the XRP ledger improved after an initial decline on the 13th of April. Using on-chain data provided by Santiment, AMB Crypto observed that the metric dropped to 0.28 before its recent recovery to 0.49. XRPL is the decentralized public blockchain that allows the transfer of XRP, fiat currencies, and a few other digital assets. When development activity increases, it means that work done to ensure the proper functioning of the ledger has improved. Dedication does not equal higher prices. On the other hand, a decline in development activity suggests a decrease in public GitHub repositories. Therefore, this rise implied that features were shipped out to maintain a good record of XRP transactions. But did this affect the price of the token? At press time, XRP's price was 50 cents, almost the same value that it was 24 hours ago. Historically, upgrades on the ledger have hardly been a detriment for the token's price action. Sometimes XRP's price increases when the metric jumps. Other times the price stalls or declines. In the meantime, AMB Crypto looked at some other things happening on the network. The next indicator we checked was active addresses. This metric tracks the level of user transactions. An increase in active addresses implies that successful transactions have increased. Meanwhile, a decrease in the metric suggests that participation in sending or receiving tokens is on the low side. As of this writing, the 24-hour active addresses on XRPL were down to 16,600. This implied that addresses involved in interacting with XRP had decreased. Evidence of this appeared in the day one circulation. According to Santiment, the XRP's day one circulation was 132.28 million. A notable decrease from over 1 billion on May 1st suggests that traders are avoiding the cryptocurrency like the plague. However, this could be good news for those who plan to hold the token in the long term. This is because some predictions expect XRP to hit $3 this cycle. If that is the case, buying at 50-cent price could be a steal. At the same time, there is no guarantee that the price will hit the aforementioned target. In addition, we checked if holders of the token considered accumulating the token at the current price. To do this, AMB Crypto looked at the balances of addresses. At the time of writing, those holding between 1 to 100 XRP increased the number of tokens they had. However, it was not the same for the 1,000 to 1 billion coins cohort. From our observation, this group decreased the value of XRP held. Therefore, it seemed that retail participants were the ones bullish on XRP in the short term. The same cannot be said for big players for the market. So that's interesting. And then the second thing I want to read before we get into Bitcoin. Ripple bets on tokenization. XRP catalyst for crypto revolution. So Oliver Segovia, a senior executive at Ripple, shares his vision of a future where everything is calculated and transacted via tokens, a perspective that highlights the crucial role of XRP in tokenization. This is an interesting perspective to go down. It's pretty nice. So the future of finance seems to be turning towards tokenization, and currently several giants are already looking to position themselves. BlackRock, the asset management giant, has recently filed an application with the SEC for a tokenized fund, demonstrating the growing enthusiasm of financial institutions for this innovative technology. In this context, the recent statement by Oliver Segovia, head of payment marketing at Ripple, resonates like a visionary manifesto. According to him, a future is emerging where everything is calculated via tokens and where everything transacts through tokens. This bold perspective places tokenization at the heart of Ripple's business model and opens new horizons for the payments industry. Indeed, tokenization allows the conversion of rights to an asset into a digital token on a blockchain. This technology is the engine behind the cross-border payment solutions that Ripple is developing. Tokenization thus offers many significant advantages. It increases liquidity, enhances transaction transparency, and makes it possible to fractionalize asset ownership. At the center of this framework is the XRP crypto, a digital asset specifically designed to provide liquidity and speed of settlement for international transactions. Its unique characteristics make it a perfectly suited asset to facilitate cross-border payments. As the adoption of tokenization accelerates, XRP could play an increasingly prominent role in this area. Maximize your coin to be in blah, blah, blah. So that's what's going on with the vision that Ripple shares with its senior executives about the tokenization coming to the world soon, or coming to a country near you where you'll pay with tokenized assets, which is very interesting in this future dynamic. Right now, we've got Bitcoin up 935 points, or 1.5%, 62,500 area. Bitcoin continues to consolidate here, and the 4-hourly Bitcoin Does have a slightly engulfing candle, but we'll see how this plays out. It did go all the way up to 63K, and now it does seem to be pulling down just a little bit, but this could just be the consolidation of a new candle. Right now, Bitcoin needs to get over 63,200 to get above the 200-day and the 4-hourly, and to confirm a move up and a retest of around 66,600 area. Otherwise, if this rotates down, our next support is down at 59,827. And if we were to break this pennant flag area around 58,700, our technical target's 51,257. However, as we talked about in the live yesterday, you did create a V-shaped recovery right on the broadening wedge resistance, now support. And this very well, if it plays out true, you could find yourself up here if you backtrack the pattern. It could end up playing true right to there. You could also say that maybe a big W reversal if it pulls up, but that looks inverse. So if this does pull up, we could find ourselves with a bullish proposition here with Bitcoin, but it's too early to tell exactly what Bitcoin's motive is here. As in the weekly time frame, we're not exactly looking the strongest we could, as we started with an engulfing candle to the downside, but now it's trying to push it up here in the next 4 days. And like we've talked about, if Bitcoin just finds itself up here towards 65K, that could be a reversal here in the daily time frame. I mean, in the weekly time frame. So it's very interesting to see which way the market makers push this market this week. The Bitcoin dominance is up 0.42% or a quarter of or 0.23, so 23 cents basically. The 55.68. Right now we're up at resistance. We have an engulfing candle on the weekly. And if we push past 55.59, we've already hit the technical target once at 57%. But that could be where we push through as we're engulfing right now. And this looks bullish here on the daily, which means it looks like more money's pouring into Bitcoin in relation to the rest of crypto. So that is obviously something to pay attention to as the week goes on in the month. So just pay attention to that, as if we go over 55.59%, which we are right now, it could add another 2% of all money would flow into Bitcoin. So it could bring it up to that 57.7% area, which is going to put less and less money into the actual cryptocurrencies like XRP and the rest. So let's just pay attention to that as it transpires. If we look at XRP in the immediate short term before I let you go, as we can see in the daily, we are engulfing to the downside, but it can reverse as the day goes on. 4 hourly's trying with XRP, we're trying to put in a reversal, but right now we're dead flat. We couldn't put any momentum in to start this candle, so it's pretty neutral. So we'll see. It's all decided basically on these next couple candles to see if XRP can maintain some bullish momentum, or if this is just going to continue down to the pattern formation uptrend down at about 49 cents. Only time will tell. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this update, please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this update. It is very important so that we pop up in the newsfeed in this trying time in the community for, the crypto to be pushed, as it's being suppressed here on YouTube. Anything related to crypto, well, it's not just advertising it to try to get people to watch is hard, but for me to try to find content is becoming more and more difficult if I'm trying to find other influencers that are talking, because it's just being suppressed when I try to find the chat or the content. If you're looking to trade XRP or your favorite crypto, look at BitUnix. Be careful with uphold, as I explained in the beginning. That's in the video description below and our pinned comments. BitUnix has the lowest spot leverage trading fees in the USA. You don't need a VPN, and KYC only if you deposit or withdraw to a bank account. So consider that if that's what you're doing. Other than that, if you want to show me personal support, consider sending one YouTube super chat per month, or joining Tom's Army is all I ask as a show of support. Share this far and wide on social media so we can get the word out, and pay attention to what we've talked about. Not just with the charts, but also the news that we've talked about through reading. And real quickly before I leave, B2 Gold right now, as gold is up $5.89 per ounce to $23.63. We have an engulfing daily candle. We've pushed past a major resistance at $2,360. Our next move up should push us to $24.31. And if we can break that, we have a technical move up to $2,860 in time. So for B2 Gold, it's at $2.81, up 1 cent in pre-market. We're doing really well on B2 Gold, engulfing candle the daily time frame. The next move up should push us to this resistance, which was a technical move up near $2.90. We bought back in at $2.52, and we're up almost just about 11% right now. And I put in $7,240, so it's up just about $800 right now, which is fantastic. And then the dividends right around 5.8%. Have a blessed morning, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button.